Alright, so, Dante, right? Yeah, that's right. Dante wrote this, but he's also the main character. He's a prick. We will discuss this more later. Anyway, so, he's wandering through the woods. He's just fucking lost his shit. He doesn't even know how he got here. All of a sudden, he sees a mountain. And up at the top of that mountain is heaven. So he's like, oh, well, I gotta get up on top of that mountain. This would be an excellent shortcut, seeing as I've lived a shitty life full of being a shitty person. So he starts climbing up this mountain, but nope, there's a fucking leopard, and a wolf, and like some other shit. And he can't deal with that. So he like runs all the way the fuck back down, and he sees a dude in the forest, and he's like, hey, who the fuck are you? And that guy's like, I'm Virgil, great epic poet. And Dante is like, oh shit, Virgil, fucking love your shit, man. What the fuck are you doing here? And Virgil is like, actually, I was looking for you. See, I'm supposed to take you to hell. I mean, cause you have to go through hell in order to get up to purgatory, and you have to go through purgatory in order to get up to that heaven thing you saw, because the fucking mountain is blocked. God, Firefox, stop telling me to update. What's wrong with you? Anyway, yeah, that's how you get to heaven, because that wolf is in the way. So instead you have to go through hell. And Dante's like, I don't know, man, that sounds kind of fucked up. And Virgil is like, fuck you, sissy. Somebody being a sissy in here? It's not me. I'm not a sissy. You're the one being a sissy. Anyway, dude, I wouldn't even be doing this if it was me. I don't give a shit about you. But, like, heaven, right, is full of all these chicks who are totally, like, mad about you. Like, there's this one chick, Beatrice. Hey, hold on for a second. Let me tell you who Beatrice actually is, like, outside of this story. Beatrice is some chick that Dante stalked for several years, who was, like, married to another dude and stuff. She's not even dead. But in this, she's in heaven, and she's totally got all these lady boners for him, and she wants him to get up to heaven so that they can, like, bang or something. Do you get to bang in heaven? Because God's in heaven. He doesn't like sex. So I don't really... But anyway, there's also the Virgin Mary is like down with it, and fucking, I don't know, some other chick. There's like 3 chicks who all want him to go up to heaven. And so Dante's like, shit, well, I guess I better do it then. So they start going into hell. And of course, the first fucking thing that he sees is this big ass sign that's like, abandon all hope, ye who enter here. Which is really over dramatic, because honestly, nothing bad happens to Dante at all. Like, it's kind of like when you go on the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland, and like, all these crazy snakes are coming out everywhere and shit, but nothing's actually gonna hurt you. You're fucking Disneyland. That's what's happening here, basically, because Dante is writing the story, and so he's not gonna get fucked up because he wrote the fucking story. This is what happens when you make yourself the main character of the story that you're writing. So, anyway, they get down, they go into the first circle of hell, which is actually like pre-hell. It's the Ante Inferno, and it's where all the dudes live who refuse to make any decisions during the course of their life. So, what they have to do, for being neutral and like not causing any problems, but not solving any problems either, they gotta chase around an empty banner forever while getting eaten by flies and worms. So that's like what you do if you haven't done anything wrong. That's what happens if you haven't. What the fuck is purgatory for? Who the fuck is in purgatory? I haven't read the Purgatorio or the Paradiso, which are the other books he wrote, because who the fuck gives a shit? Who wants to hear about good things happening to people? But, like, I don't even know that there's anything in the Purgatorio, because everybody who is neutral is in fucking hell! Why? Anyway, so they all have shitty things happening to them. They go down a little bit further, and then they get to Limbo. There's all kinds of neutral shit going on in hell, apparently. Limbo is where you go if you were born before the advent of Christianity, or you weren't baptized. So, basically, everyone is here. Every fucking person. Except, apparently, like, Moses and Noah were in here for a while, but then Jesus showed up later and was like, hey, dudes, you could totally come up to heaven. It's chill. But everyone else has to stay down here. So, Dante goes down there, he runs into fucking Ovid, like Plato, Aristotle. This is where Virgil lives. This is where, I mean, if Albert Einstein was dead at this point, he would be there. And fucking Thomas Edison, and like, I don't know, Captain Planet. I don't know if Captain Planet is a Christian or not. Certainly is difficult to be baptized if in order to be in any location at any given time, you have to be summoned by 5 kids with rings. So I feel like Captain Planet is not a Christian. Anyway, probably some kind of a pagan or something. If you read Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, I think that he might actually... Anyway, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I don't know why I'm on a Captain Planet kick today. Anyway, so this is where you want to go. Really? Limbo? This is where all the sweet people hang out. Apparently, like, every cool person in history is in fucking Limbo. And Dante's like, I don't really want to live here. I mean, I don't really want to, like, leave here. Because this is really sweet, and this is where all my idols are. And also, they get to live in a sweet castle. But Virgil's like, nah, come on, dude, we gotta get to heaven. And Dante's like, this isn't heaven? What? So anyway, they keep going. They get to this place where fucking King Minos is. Not King Minos, actually, a monster named Minos. This is what Dante does. He just uses a bunch of random, like, Roman monster names and shit, but just, like, applies them to completely different shit. Oh yeah, like, there's a river to get into hell, and it's the river Acheron, but Charon is the guy that's ferrying them across it. Charon, the guy who ferries people across the river Styx. Did he just change the name of the river Styx? No, the river Styx is later. We'll get to that. Anyway, so he goes down, he meets Minos, and Minos is like, hey, dude, you can't come in here, you're alive. And Virgil's like, nah, dude, it's chill. And Minos is like, alright, shit, whatever you say. So then they go down to the second circle of hell. And down there is where all the lustful people are at. So what's their punishment? It's gotta be something really ironically fitting to what they did during their life, because this is hell, right? No! They just get fucked up by a tornado forever! What does that have to do with lust? People don't fuck tornadoes! Anyway, they're all getting fucked up, and so they're pointing at, like, Virgil is pointing out all the people who are down there. He's like, oh yeah, there's Helen, there's Cleopatra. Dante's like, who the fuck is this chick? Virgil's like, I don't know. And Dante's like, I'm gonna start a conversation with her. So he starts talking to this chick, like, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh man, well, I was married to this ugly dude, but then I was hanging out with his brother, and we were reading the story of Lancelot and Guinevere and how they had a whole bunch of adulterous sexy times, so we started having adulterous sexy times, and then my husband found out and killed me. I don't know if my husband is in hell, but I'm definitely in hell. And then Dante's so freaked out that he doesn't want to write any more about, like, how he's getting from point A to point B, so he just has himself pass out and wake up in the third circle of hell. And the rest is the story for another time.